Byrd. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. What's this video about? This video is about, and I spoke to it. It's interesting. I spoke about it today. Sorry about that. Going to do a little coughing a little bit in the video, but I spoke about it today on something that a certain individual did to our company. Now, first things first, my name is Kenneth Byrd. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. A while back, I say about a year after we filed for a copyright for our company, CROW came in and took our product down to Home Depot. Now, just to let you know, we just filed today. The paperwork was just filed today for the lawsuit. I told you you're going to get what's going to happen. Even the lawyer, when he saw the video, started laughing. It's an open and shut case. You recorded yourself walking to Home Depot with our product that has a copyrighted logo attached to it that matches our company's logo and display. Even he couldn't believe it. Also, too, the Instagram account that you set up with my company's name on it and talking to people, cursing them out, calling them racial slurs, posing as me, is another charge you're going to get hit with. Identity theft. There's going to be counterfeiting. And keep in mind, this is my copyright, as I explained to you, is registered with the U.S. government. It's on public record. You can go up there and look it up for yourself. When you violate that, I can hit you with a fine. Well, they'll hit you with a fine from anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000, and there could be some jail time in there too. You posing as me, and what you did on my Instagram account, I told you it was coming. I would suggest you get an attorney fast. You're going to need it. It's going to be very hard for you to convince a judge that you, on this video of taking our product down to Home Depot to get it made, it's going to be very hard for you to convince that. So he deleted the video, but good for us that I did happen to record the video. I recorded the video twice. Recorded the first time showing the first time we recorded it, I played it with his voice, playback on his voice. And the second time we did it basically with me narrating what was going on in the video, which I was advised by a friend of mine who's an attorney about how it needed to be taken care of. Now, in the video, he basically states and says that because the product is discontinued, he felt that he could go in and basically try to make the product, not realizing that the copyright, the logo that was sitting on that can had a copyright attached to it. The interesting thing about it is that you basically did that act after we had actually filed. And keep in mind, I did inform him when he claimed he had our product. I did send him paperwork informing him, showing him that there was a copyright attached to it, but he refused to listen. He thought it was fake. Well, you're going to find out how fake that paperwork is when we go to court. So, like I said, get ready. It's coming. I told you we hadn't forgot about it, and we've been building a case on you. I have got multiple, which I'm going to, attorney gets back with me. We're going to show him all the email that you have been sending to us. I've got recordings of countless people coming into my YouTube channel with racial slurs, death threats, basically calling me scammer. We have copied your videos calling us scammers. Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. You're in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't even look too fondly upon what you have in your house. I told you from the door that if you can't afford to pay me this money, and I don't care about the stuff, I'm going to donate it all to charity. I don't want your stuff. It's going to charity. If you can't afford to pay what I want from the courts, I'll have the sheriff's department come in and auction your stuff off. There it is. There's the video right here. What you call yourself. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I've been in business for a long time. And I've never seen anybody do anything that stupid. I mean, how dumb can you be? You recorded yourself with our product Walk, and the thing about it is, you smeared part of the label, and you look, and you can clearly see it's our container. It is our product. You can even see my emblem on there. I'm gonna post this video at the bottom, just so you can see the whole video for yourself. Stupid. Real stupid. Hold on for a minute. Real stupid. Doing dumb stuff. Real stupid. It's gonna cost you everything now. It costs you everything. Doing dumb stuff. That's the video he deleted. He deleted that video thinking that we don't have a copy of it. I have a copy of all your videos. Now we start building a case on you. And to anybody else who wants to tamper with my copyright, well, this will be a lesson learned. You'll learn through him. Don't touch our stuff. I've let this slide for a long time, man. I let this slide for a long time. It's been going on for about 5 or 6 years. I let this nonsense slide. But you doing this, you took it too far. You clearly see that's our logo right there. This is what happens when you don't think when you do stuff. Now, for anybody else who's sit there and say, well, you try to make his product. Let me explain something to you. Ain't no copyrights on this product. Not one. And the stuff that we made was off his YouTube channel showing us how to make it. So, yeah, good luck on that one. Can't sue somebody when you show them how to make it. And he deleted that video too. There you are right outside of Home Depot. You even recorded the Home Depot right there in the background. There's our logo right there. Excuse my French, Lord. Talk about screwing yourself. Good gracious, man. Open and shut case. That's a $150,000 fine you'll be hit with that right there alone. Doing dumb stuff. As I said before, judge might ask for $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month. You ain't got that money. You miss any payments and you ain't got that money, I can have the sheriff's department come in and auction your stuff off. Every penny of it is going to charity. Look, one in the Home Depot, try to have the product made. They're going to hit you with a counterfeit too. Now we have 2 of these videos. We have one that has my voice recording, explaining the video, and we got one with yours. Good luck on trying to basically convince a judge that that's not you in the video and that's not your voice and that's not you. Oh, by the way, as for your YouTube channel, I also will be having my lawyers contact YouTube's legal department about this. Either they remove your channel or basically we sue them too. Because as I said, I'm going to be retiring soon. I won't be on YouTube anymore anyway, so I don't care. Do some dumb stuff. Dumb stuff. You don't do stuff like that. See that right there? See that logo? That's our logo right there. That logo has a copyright standing on top of it. You violated the copyright. Well, I'm telling you, I never seen anybody. The lawyer sat there and laughed. He says, open and shut case. It's an easy case. You self-snitched on yourself. You dumbest thing you could have did. All those videos you got, you calling me a scammer? Yep, all been sent over. All those email addresses, text messages attached to your cell phone, attached to your work line, all sent to the attorney. And what I mean by this guy does some really ignorant stuff, I'm gonna tell you how ignorant some of the stuff he does. And I learned some lessons when dealing with people, dealing with this individual. I learned some lessons in business. I got a contract over in Jersey from a fellow who came to the house, looked at the screens, liked them, and decided to do a contract with their company. I, being happy about having the contract, displayed the contract on YouTube. This particular individual decides to track down the company and harass the guy who has the company, explaining to him not to deal with me, that I'm a scammer. How low can you go? So I'm in Home Depot picking up some patio furniture. And then one of the guy calls me up and says, hey, do you know somebody by the name of Crow? I said, yeah, I know a fellow by the name of Crow. He says, well, he's been contacting us, telling us that we shouldn't do business with you, that you're a scammer and we should do business with him. Doesn't realize that the fellow was at the house previously, about 2 hours ago, looking at the technology he was buying. So that's how low this particular individual goes. But now, like I said, you give somebody a long enough rope, eventually it gets tangled around your feet, ends up around your neck, and, well, you know. I tried to be nice. I told you the first time, if you had mind your own business and kept your mouth shut and stayed to yourself, I would let this go. And the first thing you do is you go out and you do something stupid that has to trigger me to go down this direction. And you know what you did that was stupid? Doing dumb stuff again. The fellow who came on YouTube, who had the screen called the Lux, I call it the Lux, doesn't know me too well, but apparently knows you. And apparently he said some pretty nasty stuff about you, but he don't like you too well because you're a deceitful person and he doesn't like you at all. But anyway, somewhere along the line, I got mixed up in that conversation, and he decided to do a video saying, well, Supreme Technology and Crow Screen Paint, which he was talking about both of us, is not worth buying. He was talking about both of us. It was not worth buying. So me defending my company went in and bought the product. That's how I have the product Lux here, that screen, I have it here. Because I'm proving to him, nobody, you're wrong. You don't know me that well. I'll test it against my own stuff and I'll show you where you're wrong. And that's what I did. That's why the sample came here, because it was for him. And as he was doing this video, he was talking about this PPJ silver paint, saying, oh, it does the same thing his product does. Hey, I'll do you one better. I'll go get that Majestic Master, whatever that paint is. It's more expensive than what you had. It's $50 a quart instead of $50 a gallon. And I'll paint that and I'll blow that out of the water. So I ended up blowing up, doing a demonstration against this silver paint he was talking about in the Lux, and basically trash both screens. They're nowhere near my technology. Guess what he did? He went in and he basically pulled my name from the video and haven't mentioned me since. At least he knows when to leave stuff alone. So that's between me and him, because I'm just basically backing my company up. But somewhere along the line, this joker decides to come at me and say, oh yeah, your leprechaun paint and your pink unicorn and your garbage and this, that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you coming after me when this guy clearly was talking about both of us? So apparently, the only reason why I could see you could be upset with me unless that paint I was showing off has something to do with your product or something weird. Because that's the only way I can see you're upset. And as I did the video on that silver paint, I clearly said, this has nothing to do with you, Crow. Understand this. This is between me and another fellow. That's it. But no, he takes it upon himself that he's Mr. God Superior Multi Screen Paints. That anyone talking about a great product has to do with him, and came after me. And therefore you broke the olive branch. And therefore I recorded your video. And therefore we contacted the attorneys. And therefore this is where you're at now. Oh, well, your problem now, not mine. I'm going to go back to work. I got things to do. I suggest you get yourself a lawyer. I don't know how you're going to fight this. This is going to be a real hard one for you to fight. That's you, buddy. And it's going to be a really hard one for you to fight. Even the lawyer's laughing because he knows it's an open and shut case. They don't even got to struggle. We just go into court and just show the judge the video and say, look, that's him right there. This is his company. This is his logo. This is his copyright by the U.S. government. You're screwed. That's it. And the thing about it is, it'd be different if I did the poor man copyright. Poor man copyrights where you write a copyright and you go in and you basically go in and you basically write. Don't do this too. Don't do that. Don't ever do it. Copyrights are cheap. Don't do that. To go in and what's the word for it? Go in and just basically just register your copyright. It's $180. That's all it is. That's all. It's $180 to do it. Do your copyrights. That's all. We did ours to an attorney. We got ours done through an attorney. But if I had known I could have got it for cheaper, I would have paid a lot cheaper. I paid way more than $180 for it. So here's the Copyright Office. And I showed you this before. There it is, right there. There's the Copyright Office. Now, the reason why we can sue them for so much money is because our copyright is legit. If you go in and you basically give yourself a poor man copyright where you write in a letter and you send it back to yourself, that doesn't hold any weight in court. But when you register your copyright with the government, then that's a different story. Now, what you want to do is you want to look for copyright record search right there. And that'll bring you to this page right here, where you just go in and type in your name right in there, and it'll bring up your search, your copyright. If you register with the U.S. government, that'll pop up. Let me explain something to you. You used the name Frankenstein multiple times. Do you have any idea how much you can get sued for using the word Frankenstein? Excuse me about the coughing. If I wanted to dog you out, I mean really dog you out, I have recordings of you using the logo Frankenstein. For every time you sold a can of paint that had that logo and name attached to it, now clearly if you had the name Frankenstein, like if your mother named you Frankenstein, then there's a big loophole. But you use the word Frankenstein with the logo attached to it. That's $250,000 per can. You think about that, add that up. That's how much it costs. That's like, basically you took the name Frankenstein and claimed it as yourself. I think that's owned by Universal Studios now. I'm not sure, I think it is. So, let's humor. Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Now, anybody can do this. It's public records. I'll be in there sometimes checking out like Coca-Cola, places like that, you know what I mean, just checking out their stuff. See that right there that popped up? See that information that just popped up right there? That is my copyright with the U.S. government right there. That's what the judge is going to be looking at. That's what the lawyers are looking at. If I have a legit copyright attached to my company. It's right there, buddy. There's my registration date number. And also, by the way, you know why I know that logo is mine? Well, that logo, that crystal logo you see, is my logo. It's my work. It belongs to me. You know why it belongs to me? Because before you can get a copyright approved, 2D artwork right there, before you can get any form of name approved, before you can get a copyright approved, a patent, trademark, whatever, they have to do a search. Which means they have to go out and they have to scour the internet and find out how many people had that name or had that logo or that design. And if nobody has it, guess what? It's yours. And no one had it. It was mine. So that means you took something that I am the creator of. I own. It's mine. That's registered with the government. And you took it down and you slandered my company's work. You tried to make a product that you didn't have the permission by me. I didn't give you any permission at all to use it. I didn't give you any permission to use it on Instagram. I didn't give you any permission at all whatsoever to do that, and you did. And that's why you're being slapped with a lawsuit. You want to know what the penalties are? Oh, it's brutal. It's really brutal. And because you use YouTube as the platform to do this on, I will be contacting YouTube's legal department. Unless they got to take action. They have to take action to basically remove or penalize your channel. Now, I'm trying to be a nice person here. I'm not going to have your channel completely taken away. I want you to remove every single video, and I'm going to have that from the lawyers to you remove every single video demonstration. You speak my name, you say my name, nothing. You better not even think about me at all. Period. At all. If I take the nice way. The nice way is basically have my attorney send you a piece of paper saying that you're going to basically distance yourself from me altogether, or we sue you. That's the nice way. Or I can skip that altogether and just take it to court and just clean your clock. But you were given the opportunity. You were given the opportunity to back off, and the problem is you don't listen. I try to avoid stuff like this with you because, like I said, I sat there and I had people advise me to sue you a long time ago. But I try to think about your family. Now, it's not my family at all, but I try to think about your family. Like, what would your wife go through this, or your son go through this nonsense because of your stupidity, because you don't know how to act like a man and be an adult? But as my buddy sat there and said, well, if he don't have enough respect for you, he don't got enough respect for his own family. And I'm sorry to put it that way, but you don't do dumb stuff like that. I think in your brain, you think you can get away with whatever you want. Let's see, let's go in and do a copyright infringement fines. This is what you're going to be hit with, buddy. So here's the fine right here. You could range from anywhere from $200 to $150,000. We're talking about $150,000. You're definitely going to get hit with, because the fact that you incriminate yourself so badly. You walked into a Home Depot showing that logo like that. My lawyers are going to demand for you to be used as an example. They're going to hit you with everything. They're going to hit you with the most heaviest fine they can hit you with. And I can see if you did something small, like really small, but you recorded yourself doing that, and you talked about doing what you want to do, and you slandered my product as you were doing it. So they're going to hit. They're going to look for maximum amount of penalties to be hit you with. Jail time. How much jail time can you receive? It can go higher than that. You can receive up to 10 years for basically violating that copyright. And fines could even reach even higher, to up to $250,000 in fines. May be sentenced to a maximum of 10 years. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if you did jail time. I have. I did it in my younger years. I told you in my younger years, I was not a very nice individual. I've gone through some stuff. I had to change my life around, or things were just going to basically end up going the wrong way for me. And I had to learn to change my life. And from all the devious and evil stuff you have done to me, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I would not request for my attorneys to give you any form of jail time whatsoever, because I don't want to put anybody through that at all, period. You've never been through the system, which I have been through the system. It's not a pretty place to go. And I would never put that on anybody. If I can avoid someone going down that road, even if they did me dirty, I would still basically ask for them not to go there, because that's not a good place to go. See, even with all the dirt that you do to me day in and day out, and when I do this stuff back to you, you know why? Because this is to defend my company. If you go out there and you say my product is so dark that nobody can see it, well, I got to do demonstrations showing to my customers my product isn't dark. And that's why we do those demonstrations against your product, showing that our product doesn't come out that way. We only do things to defend ourselves over here. Now, you basically getting mad because you feel that we did that whole Prime Screen 2.0 buddy, you got nobody to blame for yourself. Your product match primer. It's only a certain amount of time before somebody's going to figure that out. And you have a tutorial video showing you how to make the product mixed with black and white paint. You were selling product to your customers that cost $75. And it was basically black and white paint. It matched on the video. We used your tutorial to make it. So no, we didn't do anything wrong there. And then you deleted the video when you found out that other people could figure it out. And I don't know how you get 27,000 hits on it. Somebody had to figure it out besides us. But you deleted your tutorial video. Shows you were guilty. Should have minded your own business. I gave you an olive branch, man. You should have minded your own business. But it's too late now. Paperwork's already filed. So that's the end of that right there. Let's talk. And partay. You want to keep on carrying on? Guess what? You'll be next. I'll be suing you next. So if I were you, I'd basically keep your mouth shut, mind your business. Because I'm getting tired of it. I already told people from the door that we're getting tired of it. It's going to be different. This year around is going to be different. We're not going to be playing around with people at all. You want to mess with my product, you want to do dirty stuff to it, then, I'll see you in court. I'll sue the daylights out of you. Thing with you is, man, that I still can't believe that you recorded yourself doing that. That's an open and shut case. And you get a plea deal, I don't know. Let me just see what happens from there. So we got two ways we can go about this. Either I can request from the attorneys to send you a letter telling you to remove all videos, everything off your channel. You don't speak my name. You don't say my name. You don't talk about me. You don't think about me. And I don't sue you. Or if you can't listen, we'll go to court. We'll bring that video. We'll let a judge decide whether or not you broke my my copyrights. And it's going to be an open and shut case. And then I'll ask my attorney for maximum, which will be $250,000 lawsuit against you. And we can skip the jail time. And you're still going to have to deal with that whole identity theft with that Instagram nonsense. I don't know how they're going to handle that right there, to tell you the truth. Oh, I forgot about the other part. That'll be my behalf on what we sue you for. You still are going to be fined by the U.S. government for basically violating. So there's going to be two lawsuits going to be slammed with you. One's going to be with the U.S. government for basically violating the copyright that was registered to them, and the other one will be with my attorney and whatever we're going to sue you with. So you got something to think about now. There you go. I'll give you a couple of days to think about something right there. All right, people, I got to go. You know what I mean? You got to do this in business. It's how it is. You know what I mean? I don't mind people doing side-by-side. You want to do side-by-side demonstrations? So be it. I don't care. You know what I mean? If you don't like the product because it's too dark, or you don't like the product, then guess what? We make other screen paints. We make just about everything. That's what I say in my videos. That's what we do. We just did a demonstration light gray screen paints. But the dirty stuff that this individual has been doing is freaking insane. I mean, come on. He just did a video where he painted it in black paint. Wasn't even our product. And then had a nerve to do the video. And we did the video, broadcasted the video on one phone as we're showing him his paint being displayed on his light gray screen paints on my black screen, and it's not matching his video, and we're doing it live. That's the kind of dirty stuff this fellow does. And even with the other fellow who doesn't like him too much, you called him a deceitful, disgusting liar and cannot be trusted, claims that he had a problem with taking people's items and putting them in his video and degrading them to make his product look good. And this is what he's been doing for years. There used to be more screen paint makers. There was a lot of them. There was a lot of them. One called Sonic Chill. There was a lot of them that made screen paint. They got to know CROW, and CROW stole their ideas and have been incorporating their ideas into their stuff. That's what he's been doing. But there were a lot of them. When I started off, there must have been 10 or 20 different form of screen paint makers that make screen paints. And he was friends with all of them. Now all of them, they don't do it anymore. There are quite a few of them. There's one right there. It was quite a few of them. I remember Sonic Chill. It was a few of them. I was never cool with them, but I knew there was quite a few of them on there. Superman was another one who used to make screen paint. InZone made screen paint. There's quite a few of them. See right here, this video right here, we got to copy this one too. How to make Supreme screen paint. See that? That's why you're gonna get slammed with that lawsuit. Boy, I'm telling you. I gotta keep myself nice and cool when I see you. When you do dumb stuff like this, I gotta keep myself nice and cool. I remember what I'm dealing with. Like I said, if I was a ruthless person, I request my attorney to give you jail time. Give you that 10 years. At least 5, 2, something. A year in jail would basically do you good. And I wouldn't even give you that, to tell you the truth, because I've actually said I've been through the system. You wouldn't survive in that place at all. You don't know how bad that place can be. That's why I said I wouldn't take somebody away like that. But man, oh man, I'm telling you, you better hope in the next couple of days, man, that things change for me inside my head. You better pray that things change for me inside my head on how we're going to address this matter. I tell you what really hurts you, to have you say a written statement. But you know what? You can't do a written statement because you would say something nasty at the end. I'm just going to flat out just sue you. That's all. See right here? Where you tried to make the 12, he tried to make the 12 screen paint. That didn't go over so well. The 12 sold like crazy and continued to sell. And the stuff you have in there is not even in our product. That video was dubbed too and sent to an attorney of you basically trying to make our products. I got text messages from Jamie Fernando of him basically sending me. These are text messages I can't show you because his phone number is attached to him, and I want to show you two anyway. And those text messages, he sends out messages telling me that he is going to take my company down. He is going to destroy my company, that he is going to out me for the person that I am, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I got the text messages. All the messages you sent to my cell phone, attorneys got them. Showing you had a motive to try to destroy my company. Ooh, man. I like how he has his screen. I give him that. That is a big screen. It's got me thinking. He got silly in the floor. He got a silly in the floor. I wish I could get a silly in the floor in here. Okay, people. I gotta relax. Because like I said, this stuff stresses me out. But like I said, I ain't taking any joy in this. It has to be done. It's business. It has to be done. You don't know how to respect people. That's a problem. Like I said, I don't have a problem with people doing side-by-side demonstrations. You know, that's going to happen in business. That's what people do. I do it all the time. I do it all the time with high-end screens. But you got to be fair when you do your demonstrations. When I do my demonstrations, I'm always fair. I always put my screens within the same amount of light, using the same kind of projectors. We do swap outs. We do the whole thing. We don't pick out certain particular videos that I know if I was going to do certain particular videos, I would use all contrast demonstrations. My screens are designed to pull heavy contrast levels. I could do black demonstrations all day long, and I could wipe out just about any screen that lays against it because it can't pull contrast, but we don't do that. I show everything. I show the white levels. I show the contrast. I show color. I show everything in my demonstrations. But this is not a fair individual. He doesn't play fair. He has to do things on a nasty way. And you had no business taking my product into Home Depot or Lowe's. You thought that was funny and hilarious, that you could make my product and do whatever you want to do and slander this and slander that. We made your product off a YouTube video that you gave a tutorial on how to make your product. Good luck suing me on that one, because that is not even going to work. It's you on the video. It's your house, your kitchen, your dining room table. So yeah, good luck on that. Can't make your product. And even when I said that, even though we know your product matches primer and it does perfectly, not once have I ever sat there and said, oh, we got a gallon of his paint right here. We don't have a gallon of his paint. You watch me go online and try to buy his product. I sat there and said right there on camera, I'm not going to claim, even though it matches his product, I can't come in here and say, hey, this is a gallon of his product. It's not a gallon of his product. It's primer. Can't say that. I have to show a bill of receipt, which means I have to show an unboxing in order for me to basically say it's his product. That's what has to be done. So we have to do everything by the book. You don't do that at all, period. I've seen a few labels here and there, and I don't know if you printed those out, but they don't even match anything we do over here to begin with. And on top of that, how are you going to do tests against our products or review our products when you don't even do tests against your own stuff? Yeah, I can never understand that one. But I'm loving this. I'm looking at this screen here. He's got a ceiling to floor. I mean, I'm not digging the screen paint at all, period, but the ceiling to floor is nice. I like this. I like this whole thing right here. See, I'm short right there. I'm short on the ceiling and the floor right there. And my projector, keep in mind, won't fill out the whole entire wall, even where it's at right now. Dagnammit, that's making me jealous. I want that ceiling and the floor so bad. I'll get one in here, man. I'm going to get a ceiling and the floor in here. One of these days, I'll get one in here. Oh, I forgot. We're painting a 200-inch screen next week for the backyard. Kind of forgot about that. Got caught up in this. Look at this. Ceiling and the floor. See, and this is what I'm talking about. Basically, these videos they do. This is a company called Nox. I think it's NOX Screen Paint. See how dark that environment is? That is really dark. Look, he's using an ultra short though. He's right up on top of the screen. His projector's right there. And then he has a little bit of lights to the side on a painting 196 inch. Yeah, he has a little bit of light on the side toward the painting right there to distract you that the area is very dark. I love these videos. See, right there? There you go. He has a painting right there, and he put some condensed light on it to make it look like the area is well lit, but it's not really well lit. It's so dark. But anyway, yeah, okay, people, that's all I gotta say. Everything else would be just by beating a dead horse to death. You know what I mean? I showed you basically this guy. You know, I'll put the video at the bottom. You can check it out for yourself. We'll put the one with his voice on it, of him basically doing what he did. But like I said, I've never seen anybody do anything that stupid. I mean, like I said, I've been in business for a long time. Who does that? It's like walking into the bank with a GoPro on your head. Give me all your money. How dumb can you be? Oh my goodness. Give him a chance to mind his own business. I ain't got nothing. I'm just shaking my head, man. I'm just shaking my head. I've seen people do dumb stuff before, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I take no pleasure in this, man. I don't. That's why I gave you that olive branch. I just told you to mind your business. That's all you had to do, was just mind your own freaking business. That's it. When I first caught you on that, and I told you I was going to sue you, I came right on camera. I got it live. Me saying it live on camera. Saying, you know what? I'm going to do you a big favor. I'm not going to sue you. All you got to do is mind your own business. That's it. All you got to do. And this thing will disappear. And you couldn't even do that. Even my friends were saying, nah, give it about a couple months. He'll be running his mouth again. He'll be doing something. And it was burning you up to watch all the new technology we were developing and how our sales were shooting through the roof. It was burning you up and you couldn't take it. And the minute I got into a confrontation with the fellow about that Lux screen and that silver paint, that was between me and him. It had nothing to do with you at all. But for some reason, you felt the need to throw your hat into the ring and come after me. And that's where the olive branch got broken. That's why you're now being sued. All you had to do was just keep your mouth shut and mind your business. You just go through too much dumb stuff, man. I don't understand how you work. Really don't. Can't cut him a break. Like in the back of my mind, I'm trying to think, like, can I cut him a break? How can I? It's sad because I don't want to see this person go through this. I don't. Like I said, I take no pleasure in this. But you can't cut him a break because he'll turn around and do something even more dumber than he just did. That's the thing about it. He don't learn. When I'm developing my technology, I'm not thinking about you. I don't care about you. All I want to do is work on my stuff and be left the freak alone. But you are so jealous of what I do, you just can't leave this be. Can't give you a break. I gave you multiple breaks, man. I should have sued you a long time ago. This video came out a while ago. I should have sued you a long time ago in this nonsense, and I didn't do it. Everybody kept asking me, how come you don't sue him? And I said, well, you know, he got a family to support. He's an idiot, but his family doesn't need to go through that nonsense because he's a complete idiot. And you don't learn. I just sat there and said live, man. Mind your own freaking business. And you just couldn't leave it alone. And the argument that I had nothing to do with you. I just sat there and said it clean on video. You can go back and play the video back. I sat there and said on video, this has nothing to do with you. This is between me and another fellow, and this paint that we're using has nothing to do with you. So don't get it twisted. Sure enough, you did. Dummy, you're a freaking idiot. You're a freaking stupid idiot. That's why I'm talking to you that way. No common sense, man. I'm not happy about this at all. One bit. I'm not happy I had to go get a lawyer. I'm not happy I have to go file a lawsuit. I'm not happy about any of this. But you don't learn. You don't learn. You don't know how to mind your own business. And even though you're probably over there thinking this is a joke, man, this is not a joke. You're going to get hit with a lawsuit, man. It is going to be ugly. It's going to be nasty, man. It is not going to be pretty. I've hit people with these things before. It is not pretty. And keep in mind, whatever you can't pay, for God's sakes, they're going to hit you with a lien on you that's not, you're never going to be able to lift your head up to see the light of day being hit with a lien that heavy. When you get hit with liens, they come with interest. That interest carries over to your wife. It carries over to other people. This is why I wanted to avoid this nonsense altogether. All you had to do is mind your own freaking business. All you had to do. But no, you take my paint in the Home Depot. Are you freaking kidding me? I can tolerate some of the other stuff. I can tolerate you calling me a scammer. I can tolerate you basically mixing my product with black paint. I can tolerate basically you doing these cheap shot demonstrations against my product. I can tolerate that nonsense. But you taking my product in the Home Depot and Lowe's and trying to make, I've never did that to you. Never. Show me one video of me taking your product over to Home Depot or Lowe's and trying to make it. Not one. Good gracious, man. Even in war, there's a freaking respect line. You crossed that line when you did that nonsense. You crossed it big time. And then the Instagram account, are you kidding me? You're posing as me on your Instagram account and you're getting nasty with people and calling them nasty names, posing as me. You go too far, man, with stuff, man. You go too far. You go too far with it. You think it's funny. You think you're smart. Yeah, yeah. Well, take this other joke. Not gonna go well. I'm gonna sit back, jump in my VRs. I'm gonna go to the bottom of the ocean and just chill and relax. That's where I like to go when I'm stressed out. This stresses me out right now. I know the outcome of it, man. You're not gonna win the case. You're gonna lose so badly. It's not even funny. That video right there alone, you're done. You're not gonna win. You're gonna lose badly. The judge is not even gonna think twice to slap with that lawsuit. You're done. This is what I was trying to avoid happening to you. I tell you right now, if I could, really, because I don't want them to come. I don't want a sheriff's department to come down. I don't want them touching your stuff. I don't want them touching anything in your house. I'd rather have it set up where you would have to pay, go put the money to charity. I'll figure out a way where basically, I don't know. I don't, that's my lawyer's end of it, or however way they're going to handle it. I don't know how the U.S. government's going to handle it, because it's a violation toward their people, toward that to them. So I don't know how they're going to handle it. I got no control over that. But if I had basically control over it, I would have you pay at least about $1,000 a month to charity. Cancer research, whatever, you'd have to donate that money to charity. And that would avoid them basically coming in and taking your stuff. Because I don't think any kid or your wife shouldn't witness that kind of nonsense of having the sheriff's department come and auction off your stuff. I think that's really, really bad. I don't want to see anybody go through that. You're a deceitful person that gets on my freaking nerves. But even I have enough mercy and compassion to not want to see you go through that. But you have to learn. You have to learn. So one way or another, you have to learn. If I send you a letter, I don't think you'll take it seriously. I think you'll tear it up and you'll burn it on YouTube, and I think you'll do something stupid with it. So the only way to do it is to just sue you. But I wish there was another way out of it, and I wish there was a way that I didn't have to sue you. But I don't have a choice, because you don't listen. Anything I get from you, and keep in mind, like I said, from the court center, if you don't have the money to pay it, they'll get it another way. They'll slap you with a lien. You will never get a house or nothing. Your credit will be completely destroyed. You won't get nothing. You'll have a massive lien on your head, and it will come with interest. But any money that I get from you is going to interest. I don't want your money. I don't want nothing you have. Not a thing. I'm not interested in anything you have. Anything that I get from out of this is going to charity. It's going to somebody who needs it more. That's where it's going. All right, people. I voiced my opinion. I think it's a little too much, but yeah, that's what crossed the line with me. I can tolerate a lot of nonsense, but when you take my product into a Home Depot or Lowe's and you're trying to do that nonsense, man, that is just really, really downright disrespectful on so many levels. And I would never done that to him, period, whatsoever. I don't do stuff like that. It's just lines you just don't cross. But other than that, that's about the end of it. I have to be up tomorrow morning. I have a conference call with the attorneys, and we're going to be going from there. All right. With that being said, that's the last you're going to hear this from me at all. I'm not going to speak it anymore. I'm not going to talk about it. This is done. This is basically business now. That let them take them handle what has to be done, but I want him to know what's coming. Okay, I got to get back to work. I got much to do. I got a 200-inch screen to paint, and I got to figure out how I'm going to paint this thing in the house because I have nowhere to paint it outside. All right, got to go in. God bless.